All right, Homesteader family, welcome back to the journey. I'm down here. I've got Mickey Mouse back here. I just came back over to the homestead. I just took Max and Chubbs back to the house, let Minnie out, let Mickey out to go bathroom, and then brought Mickey out here with me. And I started thinking about a couple things, and I went to town yesterday, and I figured this is a video that should be made and a video that needs to be made now as we're going into the winter season. And that is, are you being an asset? So what I mean by that is, what are you doing to help yourself? What are you doing to help others? In the military, you watch different war movies. You see people that are totally not an asset, that drag people down, make a situation that's bad even worse. And we could be going into situations that could be getting bad and could be going the wrong way. So I want to make a video asking everybody to look at themselves and see, are you being an asset? What are you doing today? What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing next week to help yourself and help others? So what I'm doing today is, I've been down here clearing woods here at the homestead, but you can see this green tape right here. I discovered a tree here on the property, and that's what it is. It's a wild plum tree. So I'm out here, I'm collecting these wild plums. Now there was a lot more on this tree, so something came in, bears, deer, whatever, and stripped most of the plums out. But I did pick up a good amount of plums off the tree. So how is that being an asset? Well, food prices are going up. Distribution, the trucking, everything is being changed from what we know from 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago. Everything's different, and you need to be an asset. So I'm going to be planning, I'm going to go on YouTube, because YouTube is a good knowledge place. Internet's a good knowledge place. I'm going to find out what I need to do to these plums to harvest the seeds and get the seeds to germinate and plant more of these trees throughout the property as I get the woods cleared. Another part of being an asset is I'm going to be buying a bunch of fruit trees next year. I'm going to get fruit trees established, and I'm out here working on the homestead. You know, I could be laying in bed, I could be watching movies, I could be at the bowling alley, I could be at a bar, I could be out shopping, and that's not being an asset to me. That's not helping me. Being here on the homestead, getting things started, getting things going is going to help me in the long run. Now, another thing is, are you listening to the crazy people? A lot of people don't listen to the crazy people. Now, I was taught growing up that you always listen to both sides of the story and you come up with your own opinion. Nowadays, we don't listen to both sides of the story. We go with what we think is right. We don't listen to anything else, and we go from there. So there's a lot of people that are called crazy that aren't listened to, and then it turns out something happens and that person is proven part right or fully right or whatever. For example, for those of you that watched the TV show Doomsday Prepper back in the day, there was a lady, and she had the mask and gloves and filtered air room and all that stuff in her house because she said a pandemic was going to happen at some point, She wanted to be prepared, had bleach and cleaning supplies and all that type of stuff. Well, guess what? After what happened 2 years ago and what's still going on today, she probably looks a little bit smarter to a lot of people that made fun of her on the Doomsday Prepper show, and now they wish they would have done something. So now, 2 years later, we're getting comfortable again, and we think everything's all good. There's no reason to move out of the cities again. There's no reason to get a homestead. There's no reason to get livestock now. The grocery stores are filled back up. The shelves aren't empty like they used to be, or where you can't get things. And everybody's back into that lull of thinking, oh, everything's okay. I don't have to prepare. I don't have to put stuff to the side. I don't have to do anything else. And we're having a major setback in mentality again. Because 2 years ago, when everything happened, Everybody started buying land like this out in the middle of nowhere. They wanted to get out the city. They wanted to learn about animals. They wanted to learn how to grow a garden. And that is slowly but surely going back to the wayside. And you see a lot of people not paying attention anymore. Now, by doing that, you're not being an asset. You're not helping yourself. And if you go to the store now, you can see, oh, check this out. I almost walked right into that. Big old spider web. And I'm going to be driving through here, so he's going to go somewhere else. Hey, Barry, how you doing? Going to go ahead and just knock that guy out the way. But what you need to start thinking about doing is, yes, everything looks like it's hunky-dory again. Everything looks like it's going to be there. The trucks are rolling on time. Now the railroad didn't have a strike. That's going to be okay. Everything's good. But what you don't understand is the things that have been happening the last couple years, it takes multiple years until it hits the part of the economy, part of your world. Same thing with the shortages and all that. Look how long that took to click in. Now you have, like this year with the drought and the cattle, all the cattle everybody's been selling that have gone to the slaughterhouse, they're not going to be having babies. Those babies take 2 years to have new babies to produce more cows. Well, those cows aren't being produced. So what's that going to mean for the food supply, meat supply later on down the road? So you want to be an asset. You want to start doing things for yourself. Now, one thing I did for myself as an asset this summer, I went ahead, I ordered a wood stove. It took a bit for me to get it. I got the wood stove. And I went to Tractor Supply because now is the time that the stovepipe and all that stuff's coming in, because they've been sold out of it, because I don't want to burn propane. I don't want to spend money when I have 120 acres of woods that I can have fires. Well, I go to Tractor Supply to get the piping, and they tell me they can't even put a wood stove out on the floor. Before they even get the wood stoves now, the wood stoves are gone. So what's that mean in another couple months when everybody around the whole country is vying for a wood stove? I mean, we're only in September right now. You know, a lot of places don't start getting cold till end of October, first part of November. And what do most people do? They wait. They're not an asset to themselves. They're not a benefit to themselves. They're not benefiting themselves because they wait till the last minute to do anything. And that's why I think this video is so important to get out, because we're at that point again. You know, even the government's come out. They said that it's going to be a cold, dark winter. And then different homesteading channels I watch are talking about the persimmons are showing a shovel, which means it's going to be a lot of cold and a lot of snow and different things like that. So if you're not doing anything for yourself right now, you need to be doing something for yourself. You need to be working on gardens, whether that's planting right now or just getting them prepared. You need to be working on a homestead. You need to be doing whatever you can to benefit yourself. Look at the crazy people that talked about food prep. There's been tons of people out there for years harping, you should be stacking food, stacking food, stacking food. And people thought those people were crazy. They got made fun of. I got made fun of when I went into the doomsday prepping standpoint for several years. And what's happening now? Food prices are skyrocketed. So if you would have bought food 2 years ago and stocked it and had food for the next 25 years, well, guess what? How much money would you have saved? You know, those people aren't looking that stupid now. They're an asset. They're benefiting themselves. If we get to a point like what you're seeing overseas right now between the two countries that are having an issue, you know, look at those people. They weren't prepared. I'm sure there's people that are starving out there, dying from it, not just from the conflict, but starvation, not having things prepared. You know, those people that when the gas station shut down, if they didn't have a full tank of gas in their vehicle, if they didn't have extra gas for generators or a generator, where are they at? What are they dealing with? You know, it's always just a matter of time until it's in your own backyard. It's happened generation after generation after generation um, since the founding of people. So you might want to think about it. You might want to do something about it. You might want to become an asset. You might want to start getting fruit, vegetable seeds, fruit trees, whatever you can. Get ready, because 2023 looks like it's going to be a bit of a difficult year. And this handsome man right here is being an asset because he protects the animals, he protects me, and he's going to be a daddy in another week or so. Minnie Mouse is just about ready to have her litter. So I'll have a video coming up on the puppies, and I hope everybody has a good day. I'm going to get back down here until it's too dark to see again, and I'm working 10, 12-hour days, whatever I can do, nonstop, because if things get bad, you got to be prepared. So like I always say, live happy, live free. That's the only way to be. And take care, do something, become an asset, do something beneficial for yourself, and I'll talk to you guys later.